Hello everyone, you're welcome to another video. So in today's video, we want to look at how to use text data in Power BI. So in today's video, we are going to use the AdventureWorks dataset. I'll click on the get data. So the data is in CSV format. More specifically, we are going to be using the customers data. Open it. Okay, so this is the dialog box showing a preview of data. Okay, so this brings me to the Power Query editor. And first things first, we want to shorten the file name or the table name. We'll shorten it to AW customer. It's always good to shorten your table name so as to make sure that you are able to recognize the table when you see it in the Power BI pane. Okay, so we've done that. Now let's take a quick look at our data sets. So we have the customer key, the pre-name, the first name, last name, birth date. We have the marital status of the customer, gender, the email address, the annual income, total children, education level, operation, and if they are home owner, which is in a binary form. So this is the overview of the data set, the customer data set that we are going to be working on. And I want to show you before we go into the normal transformation of this data. If you come to this transform tab and also the add column tab, it's very important for you to understand that in as much as the both tabs are used to transform data, their results are usually not the same. What happens is that the tools in the transform tab overwrites the data in the highlighted column, while the tools in the add column, they don't override the data, but instead they make changes, and that change that they make results to an additional column. Okay, so you need to take note of that. It results to an additional column. I'm going to show you examples of what I mean. So we want to make some little transformation on this particular data. Now, if we come to the first name, for instance, in this place, we can see that the first name are all capitalized name. So what about if we are able to get a proper case for this name? So if we want to do that, we can come to the add column. When we click on it, you come to the from text. You can see from text here. We click on the format and then we see capitalize each word. So we are going to capitalize each word. Now I click on this. Can you see? So it has capitalized each word. It has transformed the previous column. In addition to transforming the previous column, it had to add a new column. So you can see. So these are some of the things you want to take note of, because as a data analyst, you want to be careful how you transform data in the Power Query editor, so that you know what to do at every point. So of course we don't need a new column, so we are going to undo this, and we undo this by clicking on this red X value here. So that change has been taken off. So I want to convert the prefix column, the first name column, and the last name column to proper case. So what I do is I'll click on the prefix, I will hold down my control key, click on the first name and also on the last name, and then I come to the transform tab. So you have the text column, and on the text is each letter that begins the word is capitalized. So the transformation is done on the column, so there is no need to add another column. So the next thing I thought about this particular data or name is, what if I have a column that has all the names together? A column, we have one particular row having the prefix first name and the last name. So of course we can do that. So now I'm going to come to the add column, because in making this change I want to add a new column to it. So as it has been highlighted, I'll use the merge column. Okay, so if I click on it, it's going to merge the three, and in merging it, it asks me choose how to merge the selected column. So what will be the separator? What would I want to separate the values together? I want a space to separate the values. Now what should be the full what should be the column name? So I want it to be called full name, and then I click OK. Okay, now let's go to the last column. Can you see? So full name, so both the prefix, the first name and the last name have all been joined in one column. And of course we want to take note of the applied step here. So the latest change that is made, it's inserted merged column. I see this as a general name. So what about if I want to specify the real change that happened there? I can right click and I'll click on rename. So I'll say this is inserted full name column, and I think that would serve. So you want to take a very good note of that. Now we come to the email address. Okay, and I'm seeing john24@adventuresworks.com. So what about if I want to get the domain name of this email address? Okay, I want to get the domain name, or let's say the username, please, the username. So the username should be John24 only. So any name before the @ sign, okay, that is the username. Now there are a couple of ways. One can decide to use the number of characters before the @ sign, but then you notice that in the first row you have John24, which is 5-character value, and then if we apply that setting, you will see that it won't work for the second row value, okay, which is Eugene 10. It won't work. So there is a way to resolve that, or to transform this column. Now we still come to the add column, and then in it we are going to use the extract. Okay, when we click on the extract, it will ask us text before delimiter, text after delimiter, or text between the delimiter. So in this case, the @ sign is a delimiter, so we are going to use the text before delimiter. Click on it, and then we have this dialog box in front of us. It says we should enter the delimiter that marks the end of what you like to extract. So our delimiter here is the @ sign, and then we have advanced option. So if we want to scan for the delimiter, of course you can, all this is an advanced option if you want from the start of the input or if you want from the end of the input, but for now there's no need for this. So we click on OK, and then the applied step has been noted down here. So when we go to this place, you can see, so this is, or these are the usernames. So we double click this, and then we'll call it user name, and then it has been saved as the username. Now we have gotten the username. What about if we want to remove the domain name? So the domain name is anything after the @ sign, okay, and before the dot sign. So, and of course the word is adventure works. So I'll click on this, and when I click on it, I'll go to the extract once again, and then I want text between delimiters. I'll click on it, and then what is the starting delimiter? It is the @ sign. And then what is the end delimiter? We have the dot sign. So you can use the dot or you can use the .com. It's all the same. So I'll click on the OK. Okay, so you can see, so this is the text between delimiters. I will change the username. I'll change the column name to domain name. Okay, so I've changed it to domain name. Now the next thing I want to do is, if you look at this domain name, for instance, it is having the dash sign in between adventure and works. So I want to remove the dash sign and replace it with a space. In this case, I won't be adding a new column. So I'm going to right click on the column, and where it is written replace values, I'll click on it. Okay, and the value to find is the dash. So what do I want to replace it? I'll replace it with a space. Now click OK. So you can see I've been able to remove the dash and replace it with a space. So I have successfully transformed this data, and it is time for me to save it up and apply it in the Power BI desktop. I'll click on the home and then click on close and apply. Okay, so you can see our data has been added to the data ribbon that is here. That's all we have for you in today's video. So I hope you have been able to learn something new today. Please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notification button so that you can receive more amazing videos anytime I upload new videos. See you in my next video. Bye.